A little bit for everybody. Everybody gets a little bit. Hey, Mr. Coaching. Good morning, everyone. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And if you don't know me, I am a homesteader. I live kind of in two places. I have chickens. I just recently got goats. I have rabbits. I have turkeys. And I have quail. And I have dogs, of course. But I wanted to talk to you today about how I feed some of my livestock from the food that falls off the table. Let's get it. So I recently had a question from one of the subscribers on how I feed so many chickens without going broke. And I thought about it and I was like, well, first of all, there's a lot of reasons why. I'm a gardener. That's one of the first things. And most of the livestock I have are considered scavenger animals. Quail, they go around and they pick up bugs, and I'm starting from the smallest one. They go around, they pick up bugs, and they eat whatever seeds or leaves that fall on the ground, because that's what they do. The only reason why we have to give them feed is to supplement their diet, because there are wild quail out there just doing just fine. It's to supplement their diet and to make sure that the domesticated quail that we have are getting enough nutrients so that they can, be healthy. But there are other things you can do besides use commercial feed. Just like years ago, especially with dogs and domestic animals, people used to feed them the scraps from their table. And I'm not sure when we began thinking that we could only use commercial feed, because there are other things we can do. So right here, I ate some beans and rice last night. I didn't eat any of that. If there was any meat left, I would have given it, but it was chicken, so I didn't give it to him. I threw it in the trash. And I have some soft tortilla, which is just corn. And I have some beans in here, and I got some stuff from the garden that I'm gonna throw on top. So they sell these, and you can only buy like 100 of them at a time. Well, you can buy 25, but that was way too little. It says 80 tortilla, white corn tortillas. And all I do is I go in here and I grab a couple, because I don't want them to go bad and just to go in the trash, and I rip them apart. Just like this. This is the way you economize. Instead of throwing your food in the trash, go ahead and let your livestock, if they don't want it, they won't eat it. Most of the time they will eat it, because it tastes better than the things that they're getting, or the things that you're giving them that you buy commercially. All of our stuff is not natural, and neither is theirs. If they can put preservatives and everything in our food, imagine what they're doing to the animals. That's why when I hear people say, they don't know why their flock is not giving them any eggs, probably has something to do with the feed. Now this is just white corn tortillas, and I didn't want to waste them. There's too many of them in here, and they'll go bad eventually, and I don't like wasting food. And my livestock, my small livestock, to include now I wouldn't give my rabbits this, but I would give them what I'm getting ready to put on top. And I'm gonna move it around so they could pick out what they want, because every bird is different. They're all different. And I have some tomatoes, because my tomato patch is still producing. See that? It's been producing the entire time. Put some of that on here. I'm just making them a salad. They'll come and they'll do what they want to do. And you'll see what's going to happen when I go out there. The birds appreciate it. Actually, all of the animals like this stuff better than they like their feed. I did it with the rabbits. The rabbits, I gave them some tomatoes, and I gave them some sweet potato leaves, and I gave them some cucumber, What did I get? What else did I give them this morning? And some carrots. And then I gave them feed at the bottom. They left the feed there. They ate the natural stuff first. I'm just giving them both. And it's saving me because they're only going to eat so much. Rabbits, you got to be careful of because they'll get fat on you. They'll eat and eat and eat and they don't move around as much as chickens. So I got my salad, my chicken taco salad, because we're going to feed this to the chickens. It's not exactly the same. Let's go outside and see what goes on when I put it out there. All right, now it's enough for everybody. And she's just standing in there. Let me get this watermelon rind out of here. And that's what it looked like. They will continue to eat that until there's nothing left. And everybody's getting a little bit. Anybody who wants something is getting it. Even the little ones. See? If they don't want it, they just walk away. They just walk away. Most of them like it though. Apparently they like the tortillas a lot, that corn. Because they're snatching that up. Now this one ate too much, and this turkey, her bubble is so big that she could barely walk. Look at the turkey. Turkey's like, I'm gonna get some of that corn. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna get some. Now they're going for the fresh stuff. They're eating the corn up. Okay, finally they're starting to take the tomatoes. She just swallowed the whole tomato. How you do that? Didn't that hurt? She swallowed the whole thing. I don't even swallow the whole thing. Yeah, they're eating the corn. They leaving the natural shoot. They like corn. Ooh, that is delicious. That one didn't want it. Not a turkey. Oops, snatched it up. You got to be quick out here. You got to be quick. That's what I said. You go ahead and you use your leftovers and give it to them. Save your money, and the birds just love it. I don't give them corn a lot, but because I had it, and I'm not throwing my food out. I'm not throwing it out. I am going to feed my birds with it, and they appreciate it. That's it. Yeah. Look at this little one running around making all that noise. If you make noise, you're just drawing attention. The turkeys are very, very polite. Can't be polite around these hood rats. Don't run to me. Look at the little ones running. They run away and eat. If they don't eat it, somebody else will. Almost done. Look at my little sea bright. She's so cute. She always makes noise though, and then they take it away from her. If you be quiet, they won't know you have it. They ain't paying you no mind anyway. and it's almost gone. I had to come out here and put some hay out today or tomorrow because it's gone down to mud. It rained. It rained out here, and I prefer for it to be dry. Here she go again with her big mouth. We're almost done now. Look at that. These little ones, they've been making noise. They've already eaten today. I gave them feed. Actually, they still feed over there. Some of them prefer the feed. This is turkey feed though. The turkeys require more protein, so that's 30%. 30% feed. That's why these jokers are getting so fat. I give them all flock and, well, sometimes I give them layers hen, but mostly all flock and wild game bird feed, because these jokers right here, you gotta be careful with them. They'll pass out on you if you don't give them the right food. Don't be cheap, because you'll end up, the cheap can become expensive. So you see that I got them to eat, or they got to eat, and it didn't cost me anything extra. I already had that food in the house, and it was probably gonna go bad. Now there are some people who choose to free range, and I'm not. There's no slight to free range, because right now out in my other property I have roosters that are free ranging and a couple of chicks that got out that are free ranging. The only reason why I don't enjoy or trust free ranging, because my chickens get out all the time and I don't necessarily chase them down immediately, is because there are predators out there. Not only ground predators, but aerial predators. And initially I had very few chickens. I had maybe 10 or 12 chickens, and you have that many and you lose one, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it in the reduction of your eggs, and you're gonna feel it in the reduction of your flock. So if you have a small flock, even if you have a big flock, because I don't let my flock free range, although it is better for them. They get to eat natural stuff. They go and eat natural veggies and bugs, and a lot of people free range save a lot of money on feed, because the chickens don't want the feed. The chickens want the natural stuff. They prefer to eat the bugs. They do. That's what they do out in the wild. There's wild fowl that are basically chickens. So it is better for them, and it builds up their immune system more, because there's a viral load. If you don't clean your coop out and keep it, the ammonia level down and the bacteria level down by putting down certain things, they can and will get sick. Right now, I've been feeding them, apple cider vinegar to keep their immune system up. And recently I went and purchased a big bag of oregano and pepper flakes, because their chickens in that pen, because they're penned up, their life, it's like, have you ever seen a person who was bedridden and they didn't get any sunlight and they seem to be getting worse? Well, it's not exactly the same thing, but if you never go out and example, this house, I air my house out minimum once a week, because all of the bacteria, viruses, anything that we bring in the house or that we shed, gets into the house. And if you don't air your house out, well, if someone gets sick and you got a house that is sealed, the whole household's going to get sick. Same thing with the chicken coop, except there are bacteria living in that soil that could hurt the chickens. So free ranging for that reason is better than having a coop. But I cannot afford to have my chickens run around the yard and then, something get to them, because I have had things that just disappeared. They just disappeared and gone, completely gone. Never saw them again. Chicks that just got swooped up. However, free ranging is most likely better for your flock. It's better for all of your animals. The viral load, because they're going and getting new grass, and chickens will eat grass. Chickens will eat a lot of they eat vegetables. They're scavengers. They eat vegetables and meat, protein. This thing is too tight. Protein are the bugs. So I do what I can to supplement their diet. I try to give them fresh veggies in addition to their feed, because just giving them the feed is not enough for me. I want them to be healthy, or as healthy as they can be. They do occasionally, look like they're a little lethargic. And when I see that, man, I get on it just like that. I go ahead and get a big old bottle of garlic, and I put some oregano and garlic in their water, and everybody gets it, because I know that they're confined. If somebody is, and chickens can cough, if I hear anything like that, oregano and garlic go into their water for the next week or so, boost up. And that's why I went and got the red pepper flakes, a big bag. Got a big bag of red pepper flakes, because I'm gonna put that in their feed. This is the time. Even people, I had a friend I spoke to yesterday, and he has a cold. I don't know what kind of cold he has, but he is sick. So just like people get sick, so do the animals. So you got to give them things, especially when you have them in a confined space where they're not getting new grass and they're not going to fresh pastures where the viral load is not as high. Give them some extra stuff, some extra help. And those things are apple cider vinegar. Give that to them. And if you hear a cough, because you'll hear them cough, give them some oregano and a garlic. Just scoop. Let me get it for you. So I forgot something. The apple cider vinegar. I'll be right back. So this vinegar fermentation keeps their bacteria in their for their gut health. And if you have a healthy stomach, guess what? You're gonna be most likely healthy. So I just pour a little bit in their water. Most of the time, I say maybe once a week, I pour some of this in their water, and it smells like, vinegar, but it's going to keep them healthy. This is preventative right here. Apple cider vinegar. But once you hear one, give them a scoop of garlic. You get fresh garlic too if you have it. And put these two go in their water. Oregano, and I got this from Amazon. I got this from the big box store. But this is actually cheaper than using fresh garlic. But if you have fresh garlic, I think fresh garlic may be better. It's stronger. These two, put it in their water. And recently I was watching some people, and to keep their immune system up, they put crushed chili flakes in their feed. The chickens, they say that they can't taste this stuff. So I went ahead, there it is. I went ahead to, this is from Houston. I went ahead to Amazon, and I purchased this. I would prefer, and it didn't cost, maybe this was $20. And I grow oregano, but I can't grow enough. So I bought this, and I'm gonna get another bag. I think I already ordered another bag for out there on the farm, just in case. And then I have to go back to, because look, I've been using this joker. I've had this for a long time though, so maybe it's time for me to buy it. I think this is from last year. Yeah, Best Buy, November 2025. This is from last year. I don't use this for myself. This is for my chickens. All of these are for my chickens. All four of these. That's the only reason. Well, I buy them, but I don't use them. Not that much. So these four things are what I use. I haven't used this yet. This is a new thing. This is to boost their immune system. Actually, this will boost our immune system. Y'all look it up. That's what they say. And this one, viruses. Natural virus protection for your chickens. So I think I gave you all I could give for what I know about preventative And if you suspect, even if I suspect something's going on, I'd start putting that in their water. And this is preventative also. And then they say the color of your eggs will be richer, because the color of my eggs, especially out in the farm, the egg yolk is really light. Out here it's a little bit darker, but these chickens out here, they get all kind of snacks. Out there they just get feed, and I can see the difference in the eggs. One has a light yolk, and the one out here has a dark orange yolk. So anyway, this is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and this is how I supplement the feed for my flock. Feed them your leftovers. Be careful though, there's some things they can't eat, but most stuff we eat, they can. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Bye.